Hi, I'm Bry Cox with BryCoxWORKSHOPS.com. I have a great question. Do you do private mentoring? And do you think this is something that is important for a photographer to do? Tell me about how you started, if you had a mentor. I have heard a photographer say that they offer private mentoring, so I assume they charge quite a bit for it. So I was curious if you saw any merit or worth having a mentor, if you mentor. So when I started, there wasn't this environment of mentoring. So no, I didn't have a private mentor. But in many ways I did. I used, for instance, a lot of books. I literally would buy book after book after book on photography, and I gave it, even though I went to high school in photography, went to college for photography, I treated these books as my self-assignments, and I would use every chapter as an assignment, and I would go out and I would shoot to learn this one thing, and I would shoot to learn this one thing, and I would shoot to learn this one thing. And then the other thing I would do is I would get my images critiqued. And I would show them to my mom, and my mom was very critical, but also very honest. And so even when I started my business, I would show her my shoot, and I'd say, here's the images I've picked for the client, what do you think? And she would say, oh, no, get rid of this, add this. And she would tell me why she liked it. And so I was getting a female's opinion as well as just my artistic opinion. From there, just going to conventions, joining PPA, and working on all of those kind of things really helped. Now we kind of live in an environment of mentors and business coaches, and I think that's a lot more common. And I do see value in it this week, actually, and I do some mentoring. This week I was doing some mentoring for a photographer who had a big deal she was trying to close. It was an out-of-town wedding. They were trying to get her price down. They were trying to get her $1,000 off because they were just like, yeah, but we can get someone closer for less. And also, we don't want to pay you all up front. We're going to pay you some now. We're going to pay you the rest, I don't know, the day after the wedding or whenever we get our pictures, however long that is. And so she was kind of stressed. She's like, yeah, but I really want this wedding. It'd be a great opportunity. Maybe it's worth doing it for less. Maybe it's worth not getting paid and waiting. And I was like, no! And I coached her through what to say, how to handle things, how to approach. And I was like, I had to ask some questions. I had to know what kind of a client it is to know how to approach and solve the problem and sell to them. And then kind of talked her through maybe an email or a text. And I was like, if you're going to email, say this, and then hopefully you can talk to him and then say this. And she texted me back later that day and she's like, woohoo, I booked it, and he's going to pay up front. So yeah, I do think, in that one case, right, it's definitely worth it. Saved her a lot of money, made her a lot of money. So there are a lot of instances where I think some coaching can work if you're getting the right kind of advice and if you can appreciate and use the advice and actually use it. There's also sometimes, I don't know, I've mentored some people and they have just never really done anything. They'd say, yeah, but that just won't work where I'm at. And they just don't really apply it. So one, I think, yeah, mentoring can be good. I can tell you one little secret, like a lot of coaches, their whole job is just to say, sure you can. That's what they say. And you go, oh, this week, this is my problem. I just don't think I can do this. And they go, sure you can. And then you go, I can? And they go, yes. Why can't you? And then you figure out how to do it. So in some ways too, a lot of this you can do in your own mind or with a good friend or with maybe a friend that's also self-employed in a separate business, where both of you just say, sure you can. And you get each other to go, yeah, of course. The boundary and the blocks and the stumbling blocks and all that are all in my mind. So sure I can. But at the same time too, it helps having somebody in your own industry who's done it, who's already gone through all of that and can then just in effect give you the shortcut. So, all right, I hope that answers your question. America, photographers, if you have a question, send it to me. My website's my name, BryCoxWORKSHOPS, BryCox Workshops.com. All right, and until next time, America.